We'll do another waves question here. Again, this is for a grade 11 physics class. Right from your book, it's question 23. Not too difficult of a question, but the scientific notation and changing units tend to throw people off. So I just want to kind of do an example and make sure you know what to do if you see another problem like it. A television station broadcasts with a frequency of 90 megahertz. The speed of the electromagnetic wave emitted by the station tower is 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. What is the wavelength of the waves? So when we broadcast things using electromagnetic radiation, that's just a fancy way of saying radio waves or maybe microwave radiation. And it travels at 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Frequency is 90 megahertz. What is the wavelength? So the formula is speed equals frequency times wavelength. Been using that one for a bit. And we have speed and we have frequency, so we divide to get wavelength. The key is to make sure your units are in hertz, not in megahertz. So the frequency given in the problem is 90 megahertz. Whenever we use our equations, we have to put everything in its base unit of just hertz. So the mega, double check your metric system in your handbook, that stands for a million, or times 10 to the 6. So I'm going to replace 90 by, or 290 times 10 to the 6 hertz. Don't worry about being exactly in scientific notation. Your calculators can handle that number as it is. If you want to write 9 times 10 to the 7, that's fine. Your calculator do it anyway for you. And we give it our wavelength of 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Just a little FYI, that's the speed of light. If you ever measure anything going faster than that, you did the problem wrong because Einstein said that is a no-go. Can't go faster than 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Just to make that relative to you, that's about to the moon in a second. Okay, so the moon and back in about 1.5 or 2 seconds. It's fast, is what I'm trying to say. It's fast. So speed equals F lambda. So 3 times 10 to the 8 equals frequency, 90 times 10 to the 6 wavelength. So divide, and again, don't worry about scientific notation. Your calculator can do all that for you. So just dividing both sides, I'll show my steps. So 3 times 10 to the 8, it's not 3 to the power of 8. So 3 times 10 to the 8 divided by 90 times 10 to the power of 6 equals 3.33, repeating, so I'll just cut it off there, meters. So the wavelength of this electromagnetic wave is 3.33 meters, and that's about how big radio waves are. So you don't see them, they're out there, you listen to them, but they're big. So this one's just over 3 1/3 meters.